Dominion begins within. You cannot rule your world if your emotion rules you. You cannot shift your environment if your thought is disorganized. So dominion starts from the inside. Master your atmosphere first. Your heart, your mind, your thoughts, and your words. Atmosphere is not just air. It is the invisible spiritual climate around you. Your words, worship, and your habits. They either build or invite chaos. If your words are filled with gratitude and faith, heaven draws near. But if your speech carries fear, complaints, or sarcasm, you build the wrong atmosphere and dominion lives. Dominion operates by order because the spiritual realm respects order. There is order in heaven and there must be order in your life. Order means alignment. When everything in you is submitted to God's authority. If your spirit is submitted to God, your soul will follow. If your soul is disciplined, your body will obey. That is the divine structure of dominion. Spirit first, then your soul, then your body. When this alignment is broken, confusion enters. That's why many believers struggle to walk in dominion. They pray with their mouth but live from their flesh. Dominion is not shouting. It is a quiet alignment with the will of God. And once your spirit is tuned with the Holy Spirit, your words carry weight, your presence carries peace, and your environment begins to respond to your voice. True authority flows from submission. Authority in the kingdom is not about position. It's about submission. The more you yield to God's rule, the more heaven backs your words. That's why Jesus said in John 12:49, the Father who sent me gave me his own instructions as to what I should say. His dominion came from total alignment with the Father's will. When you walk in dominion, you don't fight for control, you create peace. You don't impose yourself, you influence atmosphere with light. You don't command people, you command order. Dominion is a mindset and a discipline. Dominion is a responsibility. It's the living awareness that your life must reflect the nature of God. You cannot have dominion if your discipline is weak. A person who cannot command their phone, their time, or emotion cannot command territories. That's why Jesus master silence, fasting, and stillness. They are discipline of dominion. To dominate spiritually, you must also protect your atmosphere. Guard what you listen to. Guard what you watch. Guard the people you allow to speak into you, because influence is spiritual. Every person around you carries an atmosphere, a spiritual climate that affects your thoughts, emotion, and focus. This is why your circle is not just social, it's spiritual. Words are not empty. Friends transfer energy through language and conversation. Every conversation is an exchange of spirit. If your circle laughs at what is sacred, mock spiritual principles, or speak carelessly, your spiritual senses will start to dull. You begin to see holy things as casual, and what once stirred your heart will soon feel normal. That's how people lose spiritual sensitivity, not by sin alone, but by exposure to the wrong atmosphere. But when you work with people who speak truth, faith, and revelation, their words builds you. Their atmosphere sharpens your discernment. You begin to talk like them, think like them, and even carry the same presence they carry. That's how divine influence works. It spreads by alignment. For example, if you constantly talk to someone who complains, you will soon start to see life as a burden. If you are around someone who always speaks life and gratitude, your heart will rise in faith without even trying. If your friends speak purity, you will start to love righteousness. If your circle speak fear, you will start to doubt even what you once believed. That's why Proverbs 13:20 says, become wise by walking with the wise. Hang out with fools and watch your life fall into pieces. You don't just become what you think, you become what you are surrounded by. So guard your atmosphere. Every friendship is a gate. It either lets light in or drains it out. Your family also shapes your dominion, both positively and negatively. Family is the first spiritual government you ever experienced. If your home constantly speaks failure, fear, or anger, those words can form invincible patterns that fight your progress. But when you begin to walk in dominion, you can break those old patterns and introduce a new atmosphere through your words and obedience. Even leaders and mentors carry spiritual ranks that influence you. When you sit under a voice, you sit under an atmosphere. If that voice is pure, humble, and aligned with God, your spirit rises. But if it's manipulative and proud, you inherit that confusion. That's why Jesus wants in Luke 8:18 to be careful that you don't become missiles of what you hear. Every sound you listen to shapes you spiritually. Dominion is the power to rule both spiritually and physically. Spiritually, it means having authority over fear, sin, and darkness. Physically, it means managing your resources, time, and relationships in a way that glorifies God. A man who cannot manage his own life cannot manage a city. Dominion starts in discipline. It's the ability to bring order where there was confusion, to bring peace where there was tension, to bring truth where there was deception. That's what kings do. That's what sons of God are called to do. The advantage of dominion is peace, because where God rules, chaos ends. Dominion brings stability, confidence, and influence. It turns you into a carrier of solution. But the danger of dominion is pride. When people forget that the power is delegated, they begin to rule for self. That's how Lucifer fell. He wanted dominion without submission. So remember, dominion without humility becomes becomes rebellion. In all your rulership, never forget who the true king is. You are the steward, not the source. The more you yield to God, the more you reign. This is my final revelation. So listen carefully. Dominion is not a title. It's a lifestyle of alignment, stewardship, and obedience. It's living in such order that heaven finds expression through you. You are not ordinary. You were born to govern your world with love, with wisdom and light. So guard your atmosphere. Speak the word with faith. Walk in authority, but stay humble in heart, because dominion is not about control. It's about representation. And when heaven finds a man who represents God well, the earth begins to respond to his voice. If this word brought light into your spirit, don't drift back into the world. Stay connected to the voice that sharpens your discernment and awakens your dominion. Follow the Isaac mandate, a voice choosing to raise kings for the kingdom.